Hello and welcome to my EFL League 2 Game Week 41 predictions for this Good Friday's games. Easter weekend, of course, we've got some games on Easter Monday as well. We'll get onto those during the weekend, of course, as well. Let's just dive straight in to my Game Week 41 League 2 predictions. Diving in straight then with Thursday's game. Cambridge take on Swindon at the Abbey. Cambridge did lose away at Barnet last time out. Their first loss in a while, I think, for Cambridge United and Neil Harris's side. 4th versus 5th in the table. 2 points separate these sides, and whoever wins this has a great chance to make those automatic places come at the end of the season. 7 goals in the last 5 for Cambridge, ranked first at home this season, been very, very strong so far this season at home. 7 goals in the last 5 for Swindon as well, ranked 3rd away from home this season. Aaron Drinnett is the competition's top scorer with 20 so far this season. 3-2 win for Swindon over Cambridge. Last time they did play on the 9th of August. Cambridge's 1 win, 2 draws and 5 wins for Swindon on the head-to-heads. They do usually do quite well at Cambridge do. Swindon, Aaron Drinnett, as I said, top scorer League 2. 20 goals so far for Swindon. It been a massive asset for Swindon so far this season. Do I think they're going to win this one? I think this will be a tight game. I'm actually going to bet the away side. I'm going to go for a Swindon away victory. I think Ian Holloway's men will be right up for this on a Thursday night under the lights on Sky as well. So, back in Swindon to win this by 2 goals to 1 away at Cambridge United and Neil Harris here. Into Good Friday we go then, and we start with Accrington versus Crewe. No 12:30 kickoffs due to all the games being on Sky Sports Plus this week and this weekend on Easter Monday as well. Back-to-back wins for Crewe over Oldham and Shrewsbury. Couple of good wins in there for them. 3 losses on the trot for Accrington at home to Notts County, Chesterfield and Bristol Rovers. 7th versus 15th to the table. Accrington has scored 1 goal in their last 5, haven't scored in their last 4 matches. Crewe have scored 8 in their last 5. Tommy O'Reilly ranks 3rd in big chances created this season with 15. As I said last time out, Josh March had 11 goals this season. Paddy Madders got 6 for Accrington. But Josh March has an XG of 10.8, a lot higher. 2-0 home win for Crewe over Accrington earlier in the season. Last time they played at Accrington was on the 14th of September 2024, a while ago now. 1-0 away win for Crewe. That day, 9 wins for Accrington, 3 draws, 8 wins for Crewe. Accrington sits 50 to the table, 7th sit Crewe. Right in that playoff mix are Crewe. Accrington win this? I mean, they're not going to get playoffs now. It's too difficult for them. They're more than 12 points off. 15 points off. In fact, they could reduce the gap to 12 points if they beat Crewe here. But I think Crewe are going to have a bit too much. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away Crewe win. I think Accrington will make this quite difficult, but I think Crewe will just get over the line in this one. Barnet versus Bromley is up next then at the Hive. Back-to-back wins for Barnet at the moment. Got themselves back in the playoff mix. They're 3 points off, actually. They've got a real chance. They do sit 12th, though, in the table. First sit Bromley with a loss away at Barrow last time out. A 2-1 loss. Very disappointing defeat. Barnet did beat Cambridge by a goal to 0. And beat MK Dons in there as well. Barnet only 3 points off the players. I think 7th to 12th are in the playoff race. I think Fleetwood have got a bit of work to do, being 8 points off. But you never know in League 2. 2-0 home win for Bromley over Barnet earlier in the season on the 9th of August. Way back when last time they played at Barnet was a 1-1 draw all the way back in the National League. 4 wins for Barnet, 4 draws, 6 wins for Bromley. Difficult to call. 19 points separate the sides in the table as things stand. Michael Cheap banging in the goals this season with 16 XG of 40. So he's been doing brilliantly. He did it in the National League. He's done it pretty much all his career for Bromley. A difficult one. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between Barnet and Bromley here. I think it'd be a cagey game. Barnet on good form as well. Bromley losing away at Barrow all wants a response, but I can only see a 1-1 draw. Bristol Rovers Fleetwood up next then at the Memorial Stadium. Bristol Rovers 4 wins out of the last 5, only a loss coming in there to Bromley. They did beat Crawley by a goal to 0. Swindon did draw at home to Fleetwood last time out. 13th versus 16th in the table. Bristol Rovers scored 7 in their last 5 matches, I should say. Fleetwood have scored 4 in their last 5 as well. 2-1 home win for Fleetwood over Bristol Rovers on the 9th of August. 5 wins for Bristol Rovers, 7 draws, 7 wins for Fleetwood. 2-1 win last time to play at Fleetwood. Last time to play all the way back at Bristol Rovers was in 2024 on the 6th of February, 2-0. Away win for Fleetwood that day in League One, that was. Amazing how much of a decline these two sides have had. But they've stayed up, unlike some other teams that are doing a lot worse. They've come down from League One, like Crawley, Shrewsbury, etc. 7 goals in the last 5 for Bristol Rovers, 4 in the last 5 for Fleetwood. Bristol Rovers on good form under Steve Evans. I'm going to back that to continue here. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Bristol Rovers win over Fleetwood Town in this one. And Bristol Rovers continue to ride that good storm. 2-1 over Fleetwood in this one. Chesterfield versus Cheltenham next at the SMH Group Stadium. A good away win for Chesterfield last time out then over Accrington. Needed a win as well. Cheltenham losing 5-2 away at Notts County. Not particularly great for them. They did beat Cheltenham last time to play on the 9th of August 2025. I think that was the opening day, I think. I think all these fixtures were the opening day ones in reverse, of course. Last time to play at Chesterfield was a 1-1 draw before that. Cheltenham got a win back in 2017 as well. 6 wins for Chesterfield, 2 draws, 3 wins for Cheltenham. Cheltenham will be looking for a win and a bit of a bounce back from the away defeat at Notts County. Do I see it? Absolutely not. Chesterfield scored 9 in the last 5. Cheltenham scored 9 in the last 5. I'm going to back 2-0 home. Chesterfield win in this one. I think it'd be quite a comfortable win for Paul Cook's men and continue that playoff push as they are just outside by a point at the moment. Colchester versus Oldham is next then at the JobServe Community Stadium. Colchester haven't won in 4 games. They've only scored 1 in their last 4 as well. They've only scored 3 in the last 5. Problems down at Colchester. Oldham did lose away at Crewe last time out before winning 4 on the bounce before that. They'll be looking to bounce back against this Colchester side here. Oldham 10th in the table, Colchester 14th in the table at the moment. 1-1 draw between the two sides on the 9th of August earlier in the season. Last time to play at Colchester was all the way back in 2022. Was a 1-1 draw that day as well. 6 wins for Colchester, 10 draws, 4 wins for Oldham Athletic. Oldham scored 9 in their last 5. Top scorer this season is Jack Payne for Colchester and Mike Fondop-Talum for Oldham. 11 goals for Payne and 7 goals for Fondop-Talum. Difficult again. I mean, both. I think Oldham are definitely in the shout of playoffs. Colchester less so. They're on mid table. They've got nothing to play for now. Gonna back a Colchester win. No, we'll go sit on the fence. Actually, I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw between these two. These usually play out a cagey game, and that is exactly what I'm gonna back here. A 1-1 draw between Colchester and Oldham. Now it's Harrogate making the short trip across to Grimsby as they go to Blundell Park. Grimsby back-to-back wins for them. 5-0 win over Barrow. Good win over Fleetwood as well in there. Definitely cemented their playoff chances. Still sit outside the playoffs with that 1-0 defeat away at Oldham being the real killer for them in the last 5 games. Back-to-back defeats for Harrogate, home to Notts County and away at Oldham as well. 3-3 draw. Bonkers game earlier in the season. Last time to play at Grimsby on Boxing Day 2024 was a 2-1 home win for Grimsby. 1 win for Grimsby, 4 draws, 5 wins for Harrogate Town. 8th sit Grimsby at the moment. Bottom sit Harrogate. Then are going to need a revival if they are to go and survive in the division. 4 points off at the moment. Difficult to call again. 8th versus 24th. Grimsby scored 10 in the last 5. Harrogate scored 4 in the last 5. I'm going to back Grimsby to win this at home, maintain that good home record that they have at Blundell Park this season. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Grimsby win. I think Harrogate will make this quite difficult, and that is why I'm only backing a 2-1 home Grimsby win here. MK Dons versus Barrow is up next then at Stadium MK. Back-to-back defeats for MK Dons, losing away at Barnet and away at Salford. Good home win for Barrow last time out over table toppers Bromley, and that's got them right back in the survival race. has to be said. 9 in the last 5 for MK Dons, 3 in the last 5 for Barrow in terms of goals wise. Callum Patterson, top scorer for MK Dons this season with 14 goals. He probably shouldn't be at this level. I think League One's his level, to be honest. 2-0 win for MK Dons away at Barrow on the 9th of August. 1 win for MK Dons, 1 draw, 3 wins. For Barrow, they've done pretty well against MK Dons in past head-to-heads. They actually beat MK Dons last time to play in League 2 earlier in 2025 on the 5th of April. I think it's a similar weekend. They're playing each other this year. 2nd versus 23rd. And I mean, this should be an MK Dons home win, you'd think, routinely here at Stadium MK, but then you never know with Barrow beating Bromley last time out. Got a good head-to-head record against MK Dons, but I'm actually just going to back MK Dons in this one to get over the line. I'm going to go for a 1-0 MK Dons home win over Barrow here. Yeah, tight one, but I think MK Dons will just get over the line and make sure they cement that place in the top 2 in the table. Newport Crawley next, down 2 absolutely dreadful sides down at the bottom, facing a proper example of a relegation at 6 points at 21st sit Crawley, 22nd sit Newport, both on the same amount of points, only a -5 goal difference separating the two sides here. 5 goals in the last 5 for Newport, 5 in the last 5 for Crawley. Crawley did beat Gillingham last time out 2-0 with the new manager bounce, of course, with Colin Kazim Richards in charge. Newport did beat Shrewsbury by 1-0 last time out. Both sides winning their last game. Can they continue the same here? 2-1 away win for Newport over Crawley on the 9th of August 2025. 7 wins for Newport, 5 draws, 9 wins for Crawley. Yeah, I think these sides, I think Newport, Rodney Parade needs to get rocking for this. If they're going to survive in League 2 this season, you've got to think about winning these games. It's a 6-pointer down at the bottom. I'm going to back Newport to win this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Newport win. I think the scoreline might be a bit boring, but it would be a massive result for Newport if they got it, and a big step towards safety. So yeah, 2-1 to Newport over Crawley here. Big game now in terms of the playoff race, well, and the top 3 race, I should say, as Salford take on Notts County at the Peninsula Stadium. Salford bouncing back after that defeat to Cambridge by beating MK Dons by 1-0. Notts County responding from that 3-0 loss away at Oldham by beating Harrogate at the weekend by 2-0 and back into the top 3. Salford scored 6 in their last 5 matches. Salford have won the previous 4 matches against Notts County in head-to-head records. Notts County scored 13 goals in their last 5 matches, average 1.7 goals a match. Earlier in the season, 2-1 away win for Salford, then back at Salford last season was also 3-0 home win for Salford City that day. 5 wins for Salford, 0 draws, and a 1 win for Notts County. Salford really do have the upper hand on their opponents. Here has to be said, I mean, Jatta has been banging in the goals this season for Notts County with 15. Ryan Graydon's also got 10 as well. Higher XG than Jatta though. This is another tight one to call. I'm actually going to back Salford here. I'm going to go for a big Salford win. 3-1 home Salford win. Call me crazy, whatever, but I think Salford City going to get over the line big time in this one and beat Notts County by 3-1. Shrewsbury Tranmere in what is a big game down at the bottom, and Tranmere, if they lose this, then they could definitely be in some relegation trouble. Well, they are. I think they already are. I think it's already 4 points now. Down to Barrow, so yeah, Tranmere are in a bit of bother and are going to have to watch out. They take on Shrewsbury at the Crown Meadow, what am I talking about? Yeah, Tranmere back-to-back losses, home to Harrogate 3-0. Did lose at home to Swindon as well. 4 losses on the trot for Shrewsbury. 19th versus 20th. I think if Tranmere win this, they could drag Shrewsbury depending what happens in other games. I think Shrewsbury just need 1 more win and they are safe in my eyes. 3 goals in the last 5 for Shrewsbury. Haven't scored in the last 4. Haven't kept a clean sheet in 7. Tranmere have scored 2 in the last 5. Haven't scored in the last 3. Either Tranmere have won the 2 previous matches against Shrewsbury. Town 4-0 home win for Tranmere early in the season over Shrewsbury. 3-2 away win for Tranmere last time to play at Shrewsbury in 2020. 4 wins for Shrewsbury for 1 draw, 6 wins for Tranmere. I'm gonna back a 0-0 draw in this one. This just doesn't scream excitement to me. Shrewsbury's new manager bounce has eased off as we thought it would a few weeks back, of course, didn't it? But yeah, go back a 0-0 draw here at the Crowd Meadow between Shrewsbury and Tranmere. And the final game is Walsall versus Gillingham. Walsall kind of in that playoff race. They're only 2 points off it. Still a bit of a gap to Salford in 6th, but I think it's mainly the 7th place that teams are fighting for between 7th and 12th in the table. Gillingham lost 5 on the trot. They're looking absolutely dreadful at the moment. 11th versus 17th. Walsall scored 6 in their last 5. Gillingham only 2 in their last 5. I think Gareth Ainsworth should be sacked, although has he been sacked? No, but he will definitely be under pressure. Do let me know if he has been sacked. I can't find anywhere that he has been yet. Yeah, Walsall unbeaten in the last 4. They did sack Matt Sadler. The results have improved slightly recently. 1-0 win for Gillingham earlier in the season over Walsall. Gillingham really got nothing to play for now. Really, Walsall still got the playoffs. A small matter of the playoffs to worry about. Yeah, 0-0 draw last time they played at Gillingham last season. 1-1 draw back at Walsall. 6 wins for Walsall, 10 draws. 3 wins for Gillingham. I'm going to back a Walsall home win in this one. Going for a 1-0 home Walsall win over Gillingham in this one to round off League 2 predictions for Good Friday. Thank you very much for watching my League 2 Game Week 41 predictions. Let me know your Good Friday predictions down in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Hit the notification bell as well. And we'll be back with League 1 predictions tomorrow. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.